They don't think you could do it, but tell you to try when they talk. All I hope had to keep it alive, spend a day in the Bronx, but you wouldn't survive. Can be low when I pop out, they know I've arrived. I go have conversations with Zoe, he gon' tell me pull up and come say what you know. I've been up, I can count all them days in a row. We don't say what we do, we be making the show. They say I'll be
the voice of the Bronx. We have Bronx Land with the guys that are out here. Can I get a
yeah. Leave them all right where they at. Try to diss me, I bet I don't even react. Put a show on, I bet you somebody gon' I pick me a book up and drink me some water, invest in the stock.
All right, man. Peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. Happy New Year to everybody out there. I hope your goals are going well. This is, DNA part 2, about 60, 70 something episodes later. I'm glad our relationship is still going.
Facts.
I'm proud of everything you got going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's the word, my guy?
Appreciate you, bro.
How's everything, man? How you feel?
You get a lot of interviews. You get a lot of times you come on podcasts. People, and I'm just saying it as an artist. If they won't say it, people sit there. Sometimes people shouldn't be podcasters. Sometimes they asking you the same shit over and over. So, it ain't for the people watching. I want to be back here just as much as Zoe wants me on it. So, the feeling is mutual because I just feel like like you said, it's conversation. So I don't even feel like I'm on a podcast. It's like getting up with my homie, having a conversation.
That means a lot, man. So I want to get you some merch. This was my fall drop right here.
Okay.
This called Paint. It's Conversation with Zoe merch, but on the pocket of every merch that I drop, I put like a little slogan, a message. So this says Pain to Purpose. So this was the Pain to Purpose drop right here.
Okay, fire. I need that.
Problem,
brother. I need that. Okay, Pain to Purpose.
Absolutely, man.
Ever since birth. I like that EST too.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Natural Born Brand.
Put since birth.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Natural Born Brand, my guy Dave, my people in Long Island, all my sponsors out there. I really, really appreciate it. He was the first brand and the only brand I ever worked with, out the gate. So, I really respect everything he got going on.
Yeah.
But man, I got tried the most ever in my life and remained calm.
Yeah. That's.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to it. That right there, that's when my mom passed, man. Like last September. Well, we going into 2023, so 2 years ago now. But September 2023, when my mom's passed, you would think that that would be the most empathetic, like just the world would be. Like, you know what I mean? Being that a lot of people know who I am, like, damn, homie lost his mom. And it was groundbreaking and eye-opening because if you look at it in a sense of like, before it happens, you like, damn, why the fuck was you tried the most then? Like, damn, that must have been a tough time for you. But in actuality, it transformed me during that time because it was like, if I could get tried, and I'm talking about family members, doctors, you know what I mean, friends, ex-associates, all type I was tried from every level. And what I kept telling myself was, if I could remain calm in this situation, nothing could break me again. Because what I kept telling myself was, if I lose it now, I'm going to jail. I'm going to hurt somebody. Like, I lost my mom and they playing with me. Not like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been tried before and it's a regular day, or boom, I'm having a bad day, I could get over it. Yo, if I unleash this anger that I have from losing my mom with even me feeling like it was medical malpractice and all that, just all that emotion. Like, if I lose it right now, it's over. And it kind of made me understand my position. Like, this is why God is doing this, yo. If you can get through this, watch what I got for you after. Because this shit ain't nothing. And that just kept me sane, and I was able to get through it calmly.
Right. To
where the people that were doing it, they was like, just knowing, like, and I'm not even gonna say DNA, just knowing Eric. Oh, I'm gonna get him here. I know he gonna react here. I know he got something for me here. I know I'm gonna get him to, you know what I mean, get angry here. And when I ain't give none of them that, I was like, yeah, I got it. I figured I unlocked the new code. And from that moment on, it was the blessings from God or my other family that's in heaven. And I knew it was my mom. Like, I got you. So, yeah, I surprisingly, like, I don't surprise myself too much. When I was able to stay calm in that, I was like, yeah, I'm on to something.
Right. On the surface level, or diving into this as much as you can, what are some ways that you've been tried?
Oh, so you got to think, like, right, with just my mom passing, right? So most people don't understand there's different levels of grief. Like, when you the person that receives the call that somebody dies, I feel like that's the purest form of grief, because you're able just to process, damn, I lost this person. You're able to share the happy moments and, just, really just be to yourself and really digest what you just heard. But when you the person that is the responsible when you on go, you don't get chances. So even in that, I'm tried. Like literally, my mom, she was hospitalized 13 days. I was there all 13 days, active with the doctors, calling them hours and hours. The day she died, she was supposed to get discharged. So they're telling me that I'm crazy. There's nothing wrong with her. My mom is hallucinating. She's not being herself. First, she was like in what you would call like a coma, came out of it. Then she's talking, but then she's not saying stuff. Then they put her on like a psych medication that, I showed them all the other medications she takes. So I was like, is this gonna mess with anything? They like, no. And, 2 days after taking the medication, she has a heart attack. So I feel like that's the reason. And, they just make me seem like the crazy black man. So, when I go to the hospital, they called me I'm in the gym. I'm working out. And they like, your mom is in cardiac arrest. We trying to resuscitate her. Like, huh? Y'all just told me I was crazy and she's coming home today. So when I get there, nobody's even explaining nothing to me. They just standing there. So that's the first place of being tried. And I'm raising my voice like, yo, my mother's dead. What happened? And the lady told me to calm down. Huh? Calm down. So I'm about to lose it. And then it's another woman that it was like an angel that she just grabbed me and hugged me and started crying with me, which stopped me from, because that lady she was the first one to feel the wrath. And then I had to go, all right. Then I go and identify my mom's body. And then after that, they automatically put the pressure on me. Oh, we want to do an autopsy. Let us do it. So in that moment, I got to make the decision. Nah, we're not doing no autopsy. I'm paying for a private one. I need to figure out what happened. Y'all just told me everything is okay. So think about this is all happening at one moment. Like, bro, somebody else would have, I don't even know how I didn't lose it. Then I paid for a private autopsy. Then I have like a strange relationship with my sister that was living with my mom that didn't even go visit my mom none of the time she's in the hospital. Was hiding because my mom's in the hospital. And only picked up the phone because I called from my mom's number and she thought it was my mom. Now she asking for shit. Oh, give me this. Oh yeah, your mom got that. So basically this is happening. Then she's spazzing on me because I'm not really giving a shit. And I'm like, yo, I got a plan for a funeral. Then I got to do that. Then I got to tell people 100 times the story over. So now my mom didn't die once, she died 100 times. Because everybody wants to know what happened. And they not just taking, she's not here. What happened, Eric? I got to tell them over and over and over. So that's what I mean, the different levels of grief. I still can't even sit to myself and process. Then I got my daughter looking at me that's 4 at the time, like, what happened to Nana? What happened to Grandma? So I got to stay composed, do all that. Then I got to set up a funeral. I got to write the eulogy. I got to, speak to everybody, talk to everybody that's there, deal with the, and to them it's a job. So that's just another body in the casket. Yeah, what color you want to do? All of this is going on, and I'm factoring like, yo, I just lost my mother. And then in the process of that, I got people that's supposed to be like brothers. And regardless, of however you look at the scope of, who's right and who's wrong, like interviews is coming out tarnishing my name while I gotta grieve my mother. And ain't nobody saying, you know what? DNA done did so much for me. This nigga done changed my life. Yo, let me tell homie not to put this interview out right now. We could get to our issues later. Nah, it's like, yo, okay, I called him and said his mom, my condolences, but that's the shit I think my man want to see when he's putting his mother in the ground. And then another nigga putting out the shit knowing that happened. Like, not intentionally knowing when you put it out, but in the community that we in, after 2 or 3 days that she died. Why you still rolling out clips? Stop. I'm not. Like, and the thing about it is I wouldn't do that now. If God bless, God willing, if the same thing happened, I wouldn't. Because I know, in that sense, that's what I mean being tried, to where I got to go, you know what? Y'all don't even know what this shit feel like. So how could I expect you to do what I would do? Because you don't know what this feel like. And I don't want you to know. I don't want nobody to know. Because this type of pain is different. But it's just like, not everybody got that thinking cap on in that process. A lot of people crash out in that moment because you just feel like, why the fuck is this happening, right? Why are you doing this right now? So all that's just like, And that's like a good 65. I'm still leaving out 35% of what else was going on when it happened. But yeah.
That's intense, bro.
Yeah.
That's really intense from the standpoint of really having to catch yourself. And I won't say too much out of respect for my family. You know, where I'm at right now, I spoke to you about it.
You spoke to me.
You know, this platform is big, you feel me? So I say one thing and everybody and their mother know. But I was going to crash out on a family member a few years ago. The family member said something about my son, feel me? And bro is my son's uncle.
Yeah.
Like, he's my brother, you feel me? Where my mind went scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because I was going to run down on bro.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, you feel me?
For
like,
sure.
Playing with my son, bruh. Like, and it was to that point where I had to be like, speaking on. So this is what made my mind go to that story. It was when you said you realized the position that you were in.
Yeah.
I got a lot to lose, you feel me? And also, it wouldn't have been good for my mother to deal with me doing her son dirty.
No, for sure. The only thing that was going, because what's crazy is I couldn't even get, like, as far as you got, I couldn't get there because I had so much to deal with just my mom.
Right.
So only thing I got from anything that was happening was rage. Right. I couldn't even tell you to describe like where it's at. It's just like, you know, and I learned that from a young age. Like I can't never go to nobody else for my emotional, for my emotional like lean on. Like I can't lean on nobody else for my emotions. So that's when I had to catch myself. Like, you know what? They doing what they supposed to do. This is the game that I'm in. This is what comes with it. Do it. Why would I expect you to have any type of empathy for me? It's views, it's numbers. I'm the guy to talk about. Like, and that's what I meant about position. I'm the one. Obviously, however y'all want to play it. If y'all want to play I'm the 2, I'm the 3, that's how y'all want to play it. We know I'm the one, because why would this even be being talked about right now? Like me, bro, when I talk about experiences, I never once dedicate my time or say, yo, I'm going to get on this to talk about. I could care less what somebody else got going on because I got so much shit going on for myself. So that's why I'm like, all right, I understand where I'm at. And that's what I meant about remaining calm. And then it was just a certain energy that came over me I've lost friends because of it. Because now when shit happens, niggas like, why you not reacting? Why you not going crazy? Why you not doing, bro? I would still think, right? Even if you didn't go through it, you just watched the man, right? I'm 33 now. I've lost everybody in my immediate family. That should tell you something. But I walk around every day with a smile on my face. I'll work 95% of the people that I encounter. So that should tell you, that should give you the answer to why I'm not going to answer this. If I could deal with that, this is nothing. This is something to you because you ain't really go through nothing. If you went through something, you would understand why this shit that's going on right now, this is amusing, my nigga.
Right.
Like, this ain't about nothing. So it was just like, all right, cool. And one thing I didn't want to do is I didn't want to become that guy that lost all those people and became bitter. Because it's two things that happen when you take a lot of losses. You want to inflict that pain on others, or you want to be the example to show people this is what comes from that pain. So I chose to be the person that shows you what comes from the pain. I don't want to inflict it on nobody else. I don't want nobody else. I want you to go through what I went through. I don't. And I know somebody else, it's a million people that went through worse. So I got to that's what keeps me sane. As bad as I think it was, somebody went through it worse. Somebody didn't have their mom since 4, since 5. I had mine up to 32. I got to be grateful for that.
Facts. Pain the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Pain the purpose. So, how are you feeling mentally?
Yo, bro, in terms of the mental, I would say like it bothers me. Like, obviously just losing a parent, and that's one thing. But having nobody from your immediate family alive, and you know, you can't call life, but it's just I'm at a young age. If I was 50, it would be like, all right, you know, it's time to go. But at 33, it's like, damn. But mentally, I'm in such a great space because, like, when I said in that freestyle that I just did, and most people don't understand it, when I said somehow my mom dying gave me inner peace. It's bittersweet. The reason why I said that is because I never wanted my mom to die. If I could trade anything in the world, I'd trade my mom and be back to have one more conversation. But at the same time, I know all of the losses that I took. It's like a family that says, we all gonna do this for this one person. Cause I don't believe nothing that I'm doing is me. I believe it's my whole family and the powers above. And I'm just the person in human form driving it to make our name stamp. So the reason why my mental stays good is because I know if I didn't go through everything, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. If I didn't go through all of these trials and tribulations and deal with adversity, I wouldn't even have the drive that I got. You got to think, somebody that got 2 parents in their household all the time and they raising them right, and they're taking them to baseball games and do all of that. You don't have that type of energy and drive that I got. LeBron James ain't LeBron James if his mother was so poor that she had to give him away. Think about that. That woman was so poor, she said, I can't take care of you. You got to live with your cousins. You know what that does to a kid? That's why he's LeBron.
Right.
50's mom burning in that fire, never meeting his dad. That's why you have 50 Cent. And their stories is greater than mine. But my story is my story because I went through that. So I just got a different sense of things to where somebody else could play the victim and be like, why is this happening to me? Nah, it's all purpose. It's part of the story, bro. And what I'm grateful for is that my story included me having that time. Like I said, I lost my grandmother at 31, my mom at 32. Some people didn't even meet their grandma because they checked out before they was born. And some people didn't even know their mom or they lost their mom early. So it wasn't that bad.
Right. For all the audience out there, the victim is the trigger word. I understand, but a lot of people like to play that card. You feel me? So
I don't play that card, bro.
Nah, we don't do that over here. You either the victor or the victim, and that's a choice. You feel me? And I chose to be on the victor side. My dad makes 10 years next month. Rest in peace, long live Big Zoe, man. That was my OG. That was my heart, my dad, my best friend. I always wanted to be a mama's boy. I wasn't. I was a daddy's boy. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was the complete opposite for me. From my father was my man's, bro. And I loved the way he raised me. I loved the way he treated me. As I got older, he was very stern. I would say age 1 to 11, 12, he was no nonsense.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you in the car rides with him. He did tiles, so he'll take you to work with him, make a couple $. He spoke. He tell you about his childhood. My dad lost both of his parents before he was 18. You know what I'm saying? Oldest boy out of 7. He had nine siblings. He had 1 older sister. He had 7 younger sisters. Only boy. His other brother died. Wow. So my dad really made it. And he was able to bring 3 of his sisters to America. And their kids and their husbands. So he almost sacrificed his marriage. Spent 50 racks to bring 11 people to America. He died a few years after. I was upset because I'm like, damn, I ain't getting no fucking money for college. But no one dies before their time. And he was able to fulfill his dream.
Yeah.
And that was to bring his sisters here. And I gotta respect that. Feel me? I'm good. I'm in a great space. Great things are happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Part 2 with DNA and all of these things. But
yes,
Pops was able to do what he had to do, and he instilled great things in me. And his legacy lives on through me.
For sure.
So why didn't you battle in 2024?
I didn't battle in 2024 because it was like that's what I meant about just that situation with my mom giving inner peace in so many levels. Felt like it was time to do other things, you know what I mean, besides battle rap. But I was kind of just hanging out because it was like, the thing to do. I'm good at this. I've been doing this. I'm one of the most popular. Like, why not? And then when the shit happened with my mom, it was like, I know the sport that I'm in. And I know what comes with the sport. And it was like, yo, y'all know me as a professional guy that handles business. Some would even say DNA is not confrontational. You know what I mean? If you watch the videos or get that through. But, people don't know me. They know what I put out. And I'm just like, this ain't going to go well if somebody mentions my mom in any capacity. I don't want to hear it at all. So that was my first stance of I can't do this right now. And then I said, nah, I'm not doing it. And then as soon as I did that, I unlocked so many things. I was on Power
Facts. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
So that happened. I started doing my wrestling podcast. I wound up performing with Trick Williams. That's like the NXT champion right now. That's my brother. Opened up, performed with him at Wale Mania. My podcast took off, got a bunch of wrestlers. I started streaming on TikTok. I had wild success there. So many doors open when I said, not that I closed the battle rap door, but when I put it on hold. And I also wasn't getting appreciated in there. So it was like, why be in a space right now? Because that's the thing about me. My strength, aside from my talent and speaking and all that, is I'm self-aware. So you lose your mom, I need reassurance right now. I need comfort right now. I don't need a bunch of people that know I'm one of the greatest, but they intimidated by that or inferior about my talent. So they downplay me and ridicule me and put stenches and stains on my name that shouldn't be there. So I got everything I wanted by not battling. You know what I mean? I'm working on power. I'm on set there. I'm meeting so many people, just going to events, and it's the whole 180 from when I'm in battle rap. Everybody that's meeting me and hearing me is like, yo, this guy's amazing. I start rapping on TikTok. You can't get in battle rap, you could barely get somebody to buy a t-shirt from you.
Right.
Let alone if you come out with a music project. You know what I mean? Let alone if you come out with a music project. I get on TikTok, I'm freestyling on TikTok. People are paying to hear me freestyle.
Right.
Because they like, this is an amazing, unique talent. So it was just eye-opening. Like, God and my mom gave me everything that I was looking for when I needed it. Because it's not too many times in my life that I needed that type of reassurance. But when I lost, I did. So it was just a good, like, I would never regret that decision. It was the perfect time to leave. And then after that, when things just kept going, I'm like, it don't make no sense for me to go back right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask two questions. Can I ask a question about the eulogy?
Mm-hmm.
Was the eulogy as Eric or DNA? Like, were there bars up there, or was it just like you just spoke from the heart? Like,
nah, it was no bar like it's always bars when I speak just because that's me. But nah, man, the eulogy for my mom was real because, like I said, and that new freestyle, we're gonna talk about that too. But
after this,
it's no cap in there. Like, literally, for a lot of times, I know it's two things you want, and sometimes you want both. You want acceptance from your mother, you want acceptance from your father. That's it. That's for anybody. The toughest kid, the toughest, you know what I mean, man or woman. You want that because that's the validation that you need. You can get. I got so much acceptance from the world. I'm DNA. You know what I mean? Certain people see me, and people that I look up to, and they looking up to me. But I want that from my mother. It's my mother. This is who gave birth to me. And a lot of times in my life, I didn't get that. My mom would tell other people about what I did, but with me, it would always be what I didn't do. And it hurt. It's like, yo, I'm an anomaly. I'm the only one in this family. Like, I broke a generational curse. I'm responsible. I was an addict like everybody else, but I kicked it. I defeated gambling. You know what I mean? I'm making a way for myself. I put this family on my back proudly. Like, where's my recognition? That's how I was in my 20s. Like, I wanted, and my mom wouldn't give it to me. And it was just always about what I didn't do. And in the hospital, it's so crazy that it wasn't even her saying it. She didn't even say it. But it was like that moment, and I'm gonna share this because it's going to be creepy for some people if they don't understand, but you got to hear it. It's like I watched my mom die and come back to life and then obviously die again. When she first was in that coma, whatever world she transported in, whoever she spoke to, when she came back, I knew she was dying. I just didn't want to say it because she was a whole different person. Like, usually my mom was always depressed and down, and that stemmed from her feeling like she underachieved in life. And no matter what I would do, I'll take my mom out and tell her, come to my house, you can live with me, I'll buy you this, I'll buy you that. She just always had it. She was just down. And then when she came back, like, out of that coma, she was happy. And that was like, it was great to see, but it was off to me because I know she's not. And then my grandma started speaking to me like how my grandmother would. And because my grandma was the total opposite of my mom. My grandmother could see me 1,000,000 times. And every time she saw me, it was like the first time ever. Yo, this is my grandson. You know, he raps. He was on BET. He won. Yeah, he calls himself DNA. Look, he's handsome. Da-da-da. That's my grandma every time. But my mom, you know, in front of me, she's like, hey, Eric, you know, he does what he does. But when she was out that coma and I walked in the hospital, that's what it was. She's like, look at my son, handsome. Eric, what's up? Eric, where have you been? I'm like, Mom, I've been there the whole time. You just was in a coma. She's like, oh, yeah? And they all told in the hospital, your son has been there every day. Yeah, of course he has. It's my son. My son always got my back. I love my son. My son does everything for me. It was everything that I was waiting to hear my whole life. Yeah. And every day I went to the hospital, it was just more and more of, yo, son, yeah, you gonna do this. Yeah, you gonna do that. And then the real reason why I know is because of my sister, my mom wouldn't move with me because she was like, oh, she got to take care of her sister. Like, my sister, you know, not to get too much in that, but my sister manipulated my mom into her guilt of being on drugs and made my mom feel like she had to repay her. So my mom, that's what she did the last, like, 20 years of her life. So I was trying to tell her, you don't owe nobody nothing. Like, you was on drugs with me, I forgive you. And that put a stain on our relationship because I didn't like the way she was getting treated. So I kind of had to distance myself away because it's like somebody being in the fire that you know you don't want them to be in, but they feel like I got to be in this fire because I got to repay for my sins, but you feel like, yeah, you don't deserve that. So it kind of put a strain on our relationship. And even towards the last conversation we had, she said she was moving with me. Like, so everything that I ever wanted to hear, my mom gave that to me. So in my eulogy, it was that, like, literally what I said in that bar, like, all the closure that I ever needed from my mom, I got in her last days. So it's like a bittersweet moment, man.
I swear, I'm gonna watch this podcast for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and I tell people, bro, everybody that's watching this, man, because it's somebody that's alive that's watching this podcast that you know, they not on best terms with their mom, and their mom might have not did everything right. But one thing I could tell you is from going through it, is like, bro, when you lose your mother, it's like you lose a part of you. So if you can make that right, because I had, and that's the thing also with me, why I say I have inner peace, is nobody that died in my immediate family where I got regrets. And God and them gave that to me. Everybody that passed, I was the last person that spoke to them, and we was all aligned. From my uncle that passed first, my uncle was, I was the last person that talked to my uncle. And I had to tell my uncle, I had to tell my grandmother. Think about that. That's why when people wonder how his DNA the way he is, it's because the shit I endured. I had to tell my grandmother that her son is no longer alive. Nobody else in the family, even my mother at the time was alive. Nobody had the courage to tell her that. They all put it on me. Eric, you could do it. I had to look her in the eye and tell her your son he's not here no more.
That's different.
Even with my grandmother, my mom, you know, rest in peace, but you got to tell the story how the story is. I was there. My grandma, same thing, 3 weeks in the hospital, every single day. 2-hour trips every day. I had to tell them like, yo, because she was in a coma too. And, you know, she was just going to be a vegetable. And I always remember when my grandma said, like, if she can't live the way she wants to live, she ain't want to live. I had to tell them to make the decision to take her off. So I'm just 33. These are the decisions I had to make. Even with my mom, I had, you know, I was the one had to identify the body. I set up my grandma's funeral and I set up my mom's. And they died back to back, 2022, 2023.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a lot of things I want to say to that. Like I said, out of respect for my family. Yeah. You said everything for me. I'm going to say that. If y'all could read between the lines, you said everything for me. Because I live with that same, and it's crazy, I've spoken a lot about my parent. That's the only one I got left.
Yeah.
So if y'all know, y'all know. If y'all avid fans of this show, y'all know, y'all know. It's been one hell of a fucking journey, bro. And I've tried that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's always been there. But what you said at the end,
very tasty, cheesy, oniony, all of the above.
One word to describe it, scrumptious, right? We from the town, so we just gonna say pause first, but it melts in your mouth. You just love it. You know what I'm saying? I wear this shirt to sleep. How much I love 7th Street Burger, man. It's near and dear to my heart. You see the logo? It's near to my heart. That's how we do it, man. Peace. About how she was after a coma, that was 2008 to 2015 for me. Of the raving, right? She raved about me. She raved about me. She raved about me. And then when my dad died, so let me go back before 08. Before 08, I learned 3 things. And that's how I survived the Bronx. So I needed a mother like my mother to survive the Bronx. Mind your business. Don't give nobody a reason. And stay out the way. So that's what was my approach to my mother.
Yeah.
And I approached the Bronx the same fucking way. Because when it comes to growing up on Brook Avenue, you mind your business, you don't give nobody no reason, and you stay out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the 3 principles that I tied from her to the Bronx.
But you know why I share that story? Because it's like what a lot of people don't factor in and process, right? Because it's hard. It's an emotional thing. The tie that you got with your mother, that bond is so different because you come out of her womb. But what people got to understand is that, one, the reason why I tell that story, if you look at it from a deeper aspect, my mom was like that because that's who she really is. You're going to be who you really are before you check out of earth. She was back in her purest form. Right? That's why she was happy. That's why she was able to give me that recognition, because everything else got wiped away. All the trials, all the tribulations, all the failures, all the underachievements that happen in life, those are stripped. You about to go upstairs. You back to being you, which is a pure person. When we're all born, we're all pure.
Yes,
the
sir.
world, life taints you. So I always tell people, forgive your parents, because your parents only love and act based on what they know. You got to think, bro, right now, what we doing, the reason why you able to be a better father to your kid and I'm able to be a better father to my daughter is because we could do a podcast like this. Our parents was never able to vent or talk about things or say things or make a post and have a bunch of people give you opinions on it. All they was told was from their mother and their grandmother, be quiet, make it go away. Why you think it's so many, you're going to have less people now that have stuff done to them and not be talked about because of the world we live in than back in the day. That's why 30 years ago, now you hear 30 years ago, such and such did this.
Right.
40 years ago, such and such did this, because now they feel comfortable because it's an outlet. And you know, some people abuse it and they lie and fabricate it, but some people really felt like back then, yo, you know who that is? You gonna go say that they did that? Your ass better stay quiet. You know what's gonna happen to you? So that's the same way our parents was approached. Yo, be quiet, make it go away, do that. So then they taught with that. You know, we young, but we still grow up in the house. It ain't too much shit to say when your parent tell you something. There's no, can I express myself? Can I tell you how I feel? Man, shut up before this pot and pan go over you.
Right.
You feel me? But that's not always the right method. So now when we raise our kids, you know, it's a fine line. Right? I don't want to hear too much because I don't want you to get over and be disrespectful. But I do got to consider your emotions, because if I negate them, you might look for that love from somewhere else. And now I'm doing my disservice to you as a parent. Because not everybody turns out like Zoe and DNA where they just figure it out. Sometimes when you don't get that love or that reassurance or that shit that you need, you look for it in other places.
Yes, you do.
So you gotta be mindful of it's a tough job. Like, no, I don't want you to walk over me where you think you can say whatever, but I do got to take in consideration how you feel, because I'm the person that shaped in you to go out there and tackle on this dangerous world. And if I don't do my disservice, then that's fuck a rhyme, fuck a podcast, fuck a anything. That's my biggest challenge every day. Like, let me make sure when it's all said and done, and I check out my daughter, guy, I gotta make sure I gave her everything to, you know what I mean, be great on my behalf.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, my people, because we're in church. That's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But I want to go over 3 bars from your last battle. Cause we ain't make our situation
right.
right.
From the freestyle.
From the freestyle,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
from the freestyle, I'm sorry. Yeah. Shout out to my son Goods.
Shout out to Goods.
Another conversation with Zoe alum, you feel me?
Yeah,
so first of all, I want to start here. How'd you get to go last?
Good set that up, man.
Okay, shout out to Goods, man.
Shout out to Goods.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? All my people always tell me that I should have ego, but I don't. Like,
you don't need ego, bro.
Yeah, you know what's crazy?
It's too much energy.
Yeah, I don't.
Fuck
When I do anything, bro, I'm here in the purest art. Like, anytime I get into a cypher, I'm in a battle, I turn into that 13-year-old kid. I'm just hungry. Where we at? What we doing? So I went there. I didn't give a fuck where I was going. Let's go. I got my rhyme. Let's go. Guz like, nah, I got you going last. So he put it like, he set it up like that. Yeah, that wasn't my idea.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cause we ain't make our situation right until her deathbed.
Yeah.
You spoke on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was neglected. Mama made me independent.
Yeah.
Get to that.
Nah, so look, right? Again, right? We not just saying this because we here and watch this shit gonna go viral again because I say his name. But Rain, you know what I mean? Like it's very few people that and my guy Rich is here, he's one of them. It's very few people because I'm so self-sufficient, but I've learned a lot from my homie Rich, my brother Rich, and I learned a lot from Rain. So, you know, me and Rain, we so deeply embedded in the music, we have conversations about it. That's how I'm able to get better. I always feel like I gotta stay sharp. So the conversation we had was like, yo, DNA, like, you're a phenomenal writer, you're a phenomenal, you know, battle rapper, phenomenal musician, but I got a challenge. Like, when you start writing this music from now on, go into detail, tell them everything. And I thought about it, and I'm like, yo, that's something I never did. I don't know if I was nervous, if I was scared, if I was trying to spare others, but I never went into all detail. Like, I'll tell you certain things, but it's general, and then I'll just go back to a metaphor. So I was like, yo, when I heard the beat that Good sent, I said, what better time to try out what we was talking about than on this? Let me go into detail. Let me tell y'all, because I feel like that, right now that freestyle's at like 720K, right? It's my biggest freestyle, but it's probably going to hit 1 million before this shit drops. But I feel like it is because I feel like it's 2 minutes of a freestyle, but it's a documentary. I don't think I ever put out a piece of body of work that when you heard it, you said, I know that guy. Somebody that don't know me, they could listen to that freestyle, they know me. They walk away from that freestyle, yo, I know DNA, I know Eric. And that was my goal when I wrote it. So that bar, before we even get to that bar, it's like, y'all all want the story, now it's best said. Growing up, shit, you know it's tough when the rest fled. See, Pops was a meth head who could never invest bread. It's hard to get the formula when a nigga was breastfed. Like, I'm telling you from the beginning, it's hard to figure shit out, you know. If you never had, I didn't, literally, if you breastfed, you didn't have the formula. But the metaphor is just in life. When you grow up a certain way, you're not just born with how to operate, but then I'm giving them layers. I'm telling them my mom's was an alcoholic. And my mom's treated me, my mom's do all of that. If you know the story, and I had to tell it because when you tell the story, you could appreciate all the things she did more.
Yes,
Dealing with that, she still was self-sufficient, spoiled me, gave me everything I want, still dealing with that part. Because I got everything that I wanted. Don't ever get it twisted. I don't want anybody to think get it twisted. My mom was a hustler. That's where I got it from. I just used the hustle the right way. But she was going to make sure I got everything I did. It was just the emotional aspect. So it's like, I don't know why I have an anger problem. So I'm able to express it now that I'm older. Oh, okay, my mom's used to get angry at me, take it out on me. Now I'm taking it out on others. That's what all my guests said. It stemmed from lack of love with my mother. That's what Miss Lynette said. That's my mom's best friend. You know what I mean? She passed away last September, them tears just shed, because we ain't make our situation right until our deathbed. You know what I mean? But I'm still happy that we did just to get released. Somehow my mom dying gave me inner peace. It's bittersweet. Was hospitalized. That shit felt like 60 weeks. Had a bad heart, but told me, son, don't ever skip a beat. So it's like, I'm showing y'all through the midst of everything that she went through, she always was like, my mom was a singer. She brought me the karaoke machine. She's responsible for me being a rapper. So even through the midst of what she was doing wrong, like that she didn't get right, it was always like, you gotta get it right. Yeah. That's where that bar comes from. So it's like, yeah, at times, because she dealt with her issues, yeah, I was neglected. But what was the lesson in being neglected? That shit made me independent. So what I do for her in return, I put her independent. It's like, you can't make it up. Like, all I wanted to show people was, because like I said at the beginning, it's so many people that will take, like me, I'm the person, I want to wear my scars. I want to wear my adversity. I want to wear my trials and tribulation and show you this is what you could become from it.
Yes, sir.
Instead of, oh, this happened to me. And you have to go, because it wasn't always like that. I'm not a prophet. At a lot of times it was resentment. But then I had to learn, nah, I needed this. That needed to happen. That needed to happen. And in the process of all of that, that's why we still was able to make our situation right. But I don't feel like what makes that verse unique is people don't tell it from all those angles. You get one. Either your mom was the greatest, that's why you put her independent, or your mom was the worst because she was on drugs. Not, my mom did this, my mom did that shaped me to be this is how I got here, and I appreciate all of this, and this is what I got to do in return. So it's like, and most people don't feel comfortable saying it because then you feel like it's a diss to your mom. No, it's the story. This is what happened to get to where I'm at right now, and I appreciate it, and I love it. And think about, believe it or not, the love that I have for my mom, I wouldn't have that much love for if everything was smooth sailing.
Right.
You love somebody more because we went through all of that to get to where we got to, and it ended the way it ended. So, yeah.
To the congregation out there, Pastor DNA is in the building. You heard? We are in other.
But you know what's crazy though, bro? I feel like real talk, you saying that, and I know why you saying that, because most people, and to me, I don't feel like, it's one thing to come up with a crazy bar, and it's one thing to have a feeling, but I always just like, yo, if you can't express like how I'm expressing it, then it's like, what's the point? Like that's what makes it ill, because somebody else can literally, it's a living testimony that you can hear it, and you got to be able to articulate it. Like you can't have one without the other.
We got to tap me in real fast. Conversation with Zoe is not for everybody.
Yeah.
And this is why.
Yeah.
I want to tell the motherfucking truth all the time.
Yeah.
Why? Because Instagram people, there's people that think Instagram is real.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But Instagram is a networking tool, right? That's one of the components of it, right? You get to keep in contact, because it used to be Facebook, how you keep in contact with your high school people and different people from walks of life and coworkers. Y'all see what y'all doing on the weekends. But for people in our position, it's a networking tool, right? It's maybe I send this direct message to this person and we can collaborate from that message and we can figure out the business on the back end. So to see everything coming to fruition, not everybody wants to be vulnerable. Not everybody thinks about how my words impact other people. People lack a lot of emotional intelligence, right? Because people don't know your words could positively or negatively affect someone. And this platform is for the trenches. This is the voice of the hood. I'm the king of the sidewalks. I want you guys to see what's possible from being authentically yourself, right? I was never meant for no gang. I joined the baseball team. That was the gang that was meant for me. All that other stuff, I never tried it because I was an observative learner. If you said the stove is hot, I'm not going to touch the stove, right? So this is for all the babies in the trenches right now thinking that they got to try it. You don't.
Yeah.
You got to find some other shit that makes you feel good. Baseball and all the athletes that I used to train with and we was outside with, that was my community, right? So you don't have to turn YN or whatever acronym out there to feel whole if that's not for you. I know some niggas in the streets that was really good at it, but that was them. Because when you think like a criminal, you gotta act like a criminal, you gotta live like a criminal. You can't skip a step in that.
No, the thing about being tough, and so many niggas say it, is you gotta keep being it.
Yes, sir.
You don't take a day off. You're gonna meet a nigga that's tough in it.
Yes, sir.
And you still gotta be tough.
Yes, sir.
So that's the reason why it's like, it's a hard job, man.
Yeah, man. It's a full. Listen, man, you could end up on Power, be tough on TV. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know? And I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they would tell if them niggas wasn't so emotional.
Yeah, they would tell you. But yeah, like, so that bar, but my bar, the verse, right? The story about my mama is fire. It's sentimental. That's what grabbed them. But my bar in there is the ground turkey bar.
Yes, sir.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm also showing people, right? Like, yo, it's so, like what we were saying about people trying you. So many people would be like, yo, but this person said this, and why are they saying it? And they have this, so I have to respond. And I've mastered. Like, I put on a master class of showing niggas, you can't have beef with yourself. That's why I said, nigga, I don't got beef with none of y'all. That shit is ground turkey to me. It's nothing. Like, what are you talking about? You feel me? Like, you upset with me because you entitled and you think I owe you something, nigga. If you should, anybody that got a problem with me is one of two things. You entitled, or you don't respect the grind. You respect the jokes. You're somebody that feels like if I want it, I should take it instead of earning it. So of course, me and you went in the line because, nigga, that's your lane. You see something, you like it, you don't know how to work hard to get it, you want to take it. Everything I got, I work for. Who I owe something to. And anybody that ever went about it the right way and approached me the right way, I gave it to them. Not even because I felt like they deserved it, just because I know I got shit that I didn't deserve. But if you don't go about shit the right way with me, it's not about being tough. I'm a man. I'm not giving nobody nothing that's trying to take it. You trying to take it. Why would I give it to you? No. If you ask, right? Because it's a humbling thing into asking. And and that's the thing of how I live my life. I don't want nobody to do nothing I wouldn't do. But I'm humble enough to ask. As big as DNA is, if I'm in a room with 50 Cent or Jay-Z or Drake or anybody else, I can humble myself to ask. Can I do that? Can we do this? If not, then, you know what I mean? It's like, if you can't humble yourself to do it, nigga, that's mine, I deserve that, I need it. You don't need nothing, nigga. You don't need nothing that you're not willing to humble yourself and ask for and go about doing that. And that was just like a general bar for multiple people because it's been multiple people that just felt like I owed them something. Like, I done had friends that feel like because I'm a rapper, they should just rap with me. Nigga, the only thing I owe you is to be your friend. I'm doing a good job at that, right?
Right.
To you, this is a hobby. This is my life. Like, I live off of rapping. So when you just deal with so many people that feel like you owe them something or they entitled or people that you didn't even meet, and they just feel like because we stepped on the same sidewalk, I got to give you something. Huh? Like, what happened to, yo, what's up? I like what you doing. Can we? Nah, you from here? I'm from here? Yo, you got to give me that. Like, nah, bro. That's just, you know what I mean? So that's my favorite bar because it's like through all of that, and I know what you want. You want a reaction, and you're going to try every way possible to get me to react. You're going to stoop low as possible. You're going to try to, whatever halfway skeleton that's not really a skeleton, that's like not even a fossil, but you're going to try to, yeah, that's how I could do it. And that's not going to work on me, bro. It's like more love to you. And with all that being said, I know I reached another place because I don't walk around with hate after all of that. I just know you're bugging. And I'm not entertaining it. It's good when you can see the bullshit from a mile away and just be like, yo, I'm not entertaining it.
Right. Right.
When you done with the bullshit, let me know. I'm not with the bullshit.
That's a fact. I gotta call my sister back. We had a conversation earlier. And I feel like that's what I wanted. I said something close, but I wasn't accurate.
Yeah.
Feel me? Because I went based off something she normally does. Yeah. So for me, it was like, that's why I didn't react. Because like, bro, let me know when you're done. You feel me? We got bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you spoke about friends, right? So we got 3 points. Now I wanted to see you grow or evolve and keep you to that same person they once knew.
Yeah. So it'd be a lot of friends that like that because you got to remember, right? Not everybody is going to...
Just move the mic closer to you.
Oh, yeah. It's rare. Like my brother right here, Rich, he's seen me at my lowest points, at my highest points, at my figuring it out points to getting there. And the level of respect was the same all the way. The level of respect wasn't gained. Now you doing your thing, nigga. You the man. It was always there. Like, yo, I know you could do it, my nigga. Yo, you should do this. Yo, you should keep doing this. But not everybody's like that. A lot of friends like seeing you. They like remembering you when you was at the place that was most comfortable for them. So whatever space that was, that when they felt like whether they could trigger you to get mad, or whether that's the time they had more money than you, or that's the time you was the little nigga, that's who they like. So when they get around you now, it's not that you acting different. They acting different because they not comfortable with your stance now. So to make themselves feel better, they want to do anything to get you back to when you was the person that they felt like they had a hold on, or they had control over, or they knew they could move. That's the number one thing with people. Like I said in the song, I took my anger out on others. I had a bad anger problem. Yo, it'd be so sick to see niggas that like, yo, damn, you should be happy I don't get that mad no more. And it'd be funny because when I used to get that mad, you couldn't even take the shit I was saying when I was mad. So why the fuck you triggering me to get mad? If I get mad like that, I'm bound to tell you something that's gonna stick with you for another 30 years. You're not happy I evolved and I'm not that person no more that's not going to engage, but it'd be like, nah, it's something that comes over them. Nah, I need that. That's the DNA I know. I need this nigga to get angry. And they just do all type of shit that's like, you serious? So that's when I learned, like, it ain't even something I could take personal. Like, I still love you. Yeah, I got it. I see what's going on. That's the guy that made you comfortable. The one, because people think it's always money. It's not always money. When I was that person that could react and get mad and yell and scream and flip out, that means you had control over me. You could push a button and get a reaction. I'm a vending machine. You see what I'm saying? So now that I chose not to be that, it don't make you comfortable more. Like, damn, he ain't react to that? Damn, he's not bothered by that? That's what I was saying earlier when I said they looking at me thinking something's wrong with me because I'm not reacting like the normal person. Because I'm not the same person. But you so caught up in yourself, you're not realizing, like, I mean, it makes sense why you're not this person. The nigga just went through X, Y, and Z, and then that happened, and then that happened, and then that happened, and then, then that happened. So, okay, he's not that person no more. But that's from a logical standpoint. This is all emotional. I need to get him back in a space that I remember where I felt like I had control or was comfortable because he was erratic. He's not doing that no more. Like, yeah, this shit is cool. This is fun, but where's that at? That's when I know, like, oh, all right, I got him. So once I learned that, I'm like, all right, it's a new level that I realized. And it'll be people that smiling, yo, I want to see you win. You can't want to see me win if you want to see me be a version of my old self. I can't constantly be around nobody that wants to see me be. I'm like, literally, my family, Rich, and my friends, people that I'm around now, they say, I switch up fast. Not that I switch up on people. I never switch up on my people, but I switch up me. You couldn't predict what I'm about to do tomorrow. Just like I told y'all, last week I was fucking drinking Casamigo and all that. This week, I'm doing ginger gong shots. I'm on a 30-day fast. Not because, like, I'm some switch-up ass nigga, but because I know how to get disciplined. I know how to lock in. So if you waiting to, yo, I got him, I know what he's about to do. You don't know what I'm about to do. Sometimes I don't know what I'm about to do.
Right.
You feel me? But no, real shit, I be doing what I know I gotta do. But I'm just saying that in the sense of, like, people really, you know, they want to clock your every move and feel like you're predictable. That makes people feel comfortable when you're in that space. Right. So when you're not, it kind of throws them off.
To wrap up the entitlement part of it, people feel like when you famous, you owe them something or you're supposed to do something for them because of your status and not friends.
Yeah. Like, I feel like we actually sum that up, but just to put it direct, like, yeah, people will feel like because you have a certain position, you know, you owe somebody something when they're not taking the jewel in the position. The position is, right, if I know somebody that works at a record label or I know somebody that's famous, the position is, yo, you should do this. Like, shout out to Conceited, right? Conceited from Wildin' Out. That nigga never put $1 in my pocket, and I didn't want him to. But that nigga told me how to get to the bag. That's more valuable. Don't give me no money, nigga. Tell me how I could keep making it. But people don't value that. They look at that as, yo, man, you telling me to do this. That's what you privileged to that somebody else isn't, because they not close enough for you to tell you. Niggas just want shit to be given to them. Yo, give me this. Give me that. What about, nigga, I'm giving you game. If I give you money, you gonna come back and ask me for more. How about I tell you how to make it so you never gotta ask me again? That's me. Yo, do this, do that. But what's also crazy about it, right, is that every friend that's around me, the reason why we might not be close as we are, because I believed in them niggas more than they believed in me. And I'm so passionate about work that shit caused turmoil. Now, how I went about it, I could admit it probably wasn't right all the time because I'm a passionate nigga. But it's nobody that you ever seen, like, close to me that ain't make no money with me, and it's because of me. So it's like, how could you ever fault the nigga because you don't want to work to your fullest potential? I've had niggas around me that I've changed the landscape of everything that they did. They was around me, that was the best time, not even just financially, but like just mentally. Like, they was on a good path. They got from around me because they were so infatuated with being a leader and doing that. Like, people don't understand, yo, being a leader, that's some shit that's presented to you, that's handed to you. I don't even want that shit because that shit is stressful. Like, nigga, everything is on me. I got to do everything. But niggas just be so quick to hear the title. I'm a leader. I'm a leader. You don't know what that entails, bro. That a leader is not being, people get confused. Being a leader is not being a boss and it's not being a control freak. It's actually levels of being a leader. Sometimes you got to follow while you leading because you can't lead in the situation. People don't even understand that part of it. It's just like they think, yo, I'm a leader. That means I just tell people what to do. No, that's being a control freak. Being a leader is understanding what qualities you're good at and who's working with you, what qualities they good at that you might need them to lead in a situation, and you are overseer. But people just get so infatuated with that title. Oh, he thinks he's the leader. But all right, so go do what I'm doing on your own. Go ahead. Let me see you do it. And then 9 times out of 10, you see them fail at it because not because they can't do it, but because they're not understanding the concept of it. And that's what I'm saying about just summarizing the entitlement and thinking you owe somebody something is most niggas is not ready to listen to grasp it. The reason why I'm able to give you all this, because you see, I could shout out Charlie Clips. I could shout out Rich. I could shout out my girl. I could shout out Rain. It's so many people, right? And I'm going to give you this, Jew, just to sum it up. Humans want to do what they want to do so much to say that they came up with it, then do what's right. And that's the concept that I never grasped, right? Somebody would say DNA is easily influenced because I don't give a fuck who told me what to do. As long as it sounds right, I'm going to do it. It don't matter if it's my idea. Is it right? But it's so many people that are consumed with, I didn't come up with the idea, so I'm going to do it my way. But I'm going to do my idea the wrong way. But it was my idea. Literally, bro, I promise you, I want to say I'm census right now. It's 75% of people in America that operate on that frequency. I don't want to do the right thing because I didn't think of the right thing. And I want to end it off with saying, even though I did the wrong thing, I did it. With me, I don't give a fuck. You could tell me to do something right now. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to think about it. That makes sense. If I could formulate it in my way, I'm going to do it my way. But if you told me point blank the right way to do it, Zoe, I'm going to do it your way. And then I'm not arrogant enough to say, Zoe told me how to do this. And I'm going to do it that way. Rich, my homie right here, like, it's never going to be a time that I'm caught up in that. But I think that's the main problem with people. And that's why they want you to do what they want you to do, how they want you to do it, because they can't see it no other way.
1,000 motherfucking %. 1,000, bro. Because I work in a place, you seen the nonprofit I have?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm able to do events everywhere but where I work. Every school I go through, I'm Black Jesus. He's coming with the sneakers for the teachers and pizza, and he's bringing he just brings a good time, that guy. And it's free.
Yeah.
He brings events fully funded. He just needs us to participate with him.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say this. You can't say it's a DOE thing because all the other schools I'm working with are in the fucking DOE. So it's you, nigga. You know
I'm coming for you, nigga.
It ain't them, it's you. Because everybody else sees what's up.
Yeah.
And they get it. He bought sneakers for 15 students and 5 teachers for great grades and participation, community service, and conduct. And he acknowledged educators for being staples in our community for what they do for our youth. Unmotherfucking heard of.
Unheard.
Shout out to Up NYC. Shout out to Fat Joe.
Shout out to
Ruby.
Up NYC, man.
I love y'all, bro. I really love y'all.
Shout out to Up NYC. Shout out to my guy Fleazy.
Shout out to Fleazy,
Shout
man.
out to Poker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know I know.
You know that's family.
I'm over there. Poker,
shout out my son Elliot, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody over there. My son Dior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything about the place, bro. They bring in luxury to the Bronx.
Facts.
And you've never seen it like that. Shout out to my guy Hovey up there in Harlem Shop and everything.
No, but that's the thing with me, bro. Like, what I love, though, is that I'm a Queens nigga, but I get love. Like, I just came from the Juice Bar in Harlem. They show me love. I shop at Up NYC.
Yeah, fact.
I mean, they give me all the new kicks. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just happy I'm able to, because, that was a thing for a while. People that's not from New York, they don't know that. Like, it was a time in the 90s, you gotta stay in your borough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now that shit is good. Niggas get to migrate, man.
Yeah, good everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to see. Let's get into power. So how were you doing? So would you watch the episode once and then there's a freestyle and you post it? Like,
yeah.
Okay, so that's how that goes.
So look, right? So my girl, I always got to give credit to her because, you know, sometimes it's the woman that's the brains of the
Can I stop you
operation.
for a second?
Yeah.
Yo, people with fucking motion don't hate. People who love other people and acknowledge the people that helped along the way. My nigga, this self-made is who? I want to see. Show me fucking self-made and I'll believe it. There's people along the way that help, bro. And when you acknowledge those people and pay homage to those people, more people come to help because you're not a fucking hater.
Yo, bro, what's crazy is indirectly, everybody that I'm talking about, even when they thought they wasn't helping, when they did something wrong, they helping too.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, it's no such thing as anybody being great without help. Even the people that do something wrong, they helping because they're giving you the story to tell. It's part of the testimony. But yeah, like, of course, my girl dropped, like, a lot of ideas, bro. So, why you think I always shout the person out? Because I know that, like, money ain't the thing. You want the appreciation of shit, yo. He kept it 100, yo. He shouted me out.
Right, kept it a bean.
Word, but I was doing recaps. I was doing features, right? So what I was doing was I was doing verses for a bunch of up and coming artists. You know what I mean? So when I was doing it, it happened to be a guy named Castle. Shout out to him. And he was a big DNA fan, so he's paying me a lot of bread to do the freestyles. And I was like, yo, I can't keep posting me and you freestyling on my page because it don't matter how good it is. They don't want to keep hearing you. Like, it's just not going to give you what you're looking for. And you paying me a significant amount. I got to make this worth your while. Like, I didn't have to, but I just felt obligated. Like, yo, you showing love. Let me figure out a way to show you love back. So I'm sitting there and, you know, my girl, she just putting two and two together. She like, well, you black, he's white. Like, y'all should probably do some shit with Power. Like, you know what I mean? Tommy and Ghost. I'm like, that's a good idea. Yo, you know what? When the new season of Power starts, I think it was, when was this? 2018. So I think it might have been season 4. Yeah, it was season 4. So season 4, we started doing it, right? Boom. So it's me and him back and forth. We in this car going back and forth doing the freestyles. Boom. It start catching wind. Niggas is fucking with it. They like, okay, this is fire. Next thing you know, Raina starts reposting it. The guy that was like to connect that time with Tommy and Ghost, Jason, he's reposting it. Then Punch from This Is 50, he's like, yo, DNA, keep them recaps. And then my guy Hardcore was like, yo, DNA, them shits is hard. So I go to the Power joint when they had the premiere for Power. I think it was going into season 4, and Hardcore like, yo, keep doing them joints, man. 50 likes them. So I'm like, man, 50 ain't really watching these shit. I'm thinking he's just talking shit. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Yeah, okay, 50 likes him. So he's like, yeah, man, 50's fucking with him. So I keep doing them. And then, you know, fast forward, boom, he hits me one day and he's like, yo, that last freestyle, because this is when Ghost got shot. So he like, yo, that last freestyle that you did with the blood on you, like Ghost got shot, yo, send that to me, but only send me your verse. So I'm like, all right. So I sent him the verse. He like, yo, check your Instagram in like 10 minutes. Like, all right, bet. Check my Instagram in 10 minutes, nigga. 50 posted shit. Tag me and all that. Corona Queens in the building. I'm like, oh, this is lit. Boom, motion goes crazy. So I'm hyped. I'm like, yo, 50's fucking with the recap. So boom, he posts that recap. He posts another one, So I'm like, yo, it's lit. So now we at Resorts. 50 got a signing. This the first time I meet him. So, you know what I mean? That nigga walking out, mad people, security. Nigga hits me on the stomach. Shit hurt like a motherfucker. Strong as shit. Yo, that's that. Yo, this is my nigga, man. Yo, DNA, what up? Yo, the recaps is fire. So I'm like, oh, this nigga's really fucking with me. So we chopping it up. He's telling me like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm gonna figure something out. How to get you involved. So Hardcore keep telling me, yo, he talking about it like he's going to get you involved. Boom. So, you know, I'm looking at that not like it's bullshit, but yo, this is 50 Cent, man. This nigga's an icon. He got so much shit going on. Like, I know he if he has time, he will get me involved, but let me figure out how to do this on my own because I seen him multiple times after that and I never brought it up again because I didn't want to be that guy asking for shit. So it's like, what up? He passing me bottles, we drinking, we chilling, we talking about music, all type of other shit. I never brought it back up. So again, one day Rain like, yo, DNA is fired at all the actors and the actresses is reposting it, but what you need to figure out is who's in charge of the music. That's what's going to get you in the door. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I start looking through. Boom, I see music supervisor, Big Tank. So I sent him my BMF freestyle. Next thing I know, he posted on his story, fire, this kid is incredible. So I DM him, I'm like, yo, I wanna ask you something. So he puts question mark, niggas on bullshit. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm trying to figure out like how can I, get involved with the show. So he like, do you have a manager? No. You got publishing? No. You signed to a record label? No. So he's typing. I'm like, yo, before you ask me anything else, bro, I do all this shit myself. I record the song myself, mix it myself, shoot the video myself. I'm self-sufficient. Like, what's up? Like, bet, here's my number. Call me. Call him. He like, yo, can you make songs? I'm like, yeah. So I sent him some songs. He like, yeah, they fire. I bet. I'm going to send you 100 beats. Do all of them. So he sent me 100 beats, and then at this time, I'm fully blown battle rapping. So I do like 3 of them shits, because I got battles lined up. So I do 3 songs, send it to the nigga. He like, you 97 short. So in my mind, I'm like, this nigga really wants me to do 100 songs? And I don't know how the music shit work at this time. This is all new to me. I'm just going off of, I got battles. This is what's paying the bills. I got to do this. So I'm like, 97 songs. So I wound up doing battles, getting caught up in that. It's like August. I wound up sending them like a 20-pack. I'm like, yo, bro, I just finished battling. You know what I mean? I sent you 20. Like, I'm going to get to the rest now that I'm free. Too late, man. Shows is already booked. Too late. So I'm like, this nigga's on bullshit. So I just remember what my grandma said, like literally one of the last things she was telling me, because I was telling her then, like, yo, I'm meeting 50 Cent and, he's liking the recap. She was like, yo, don't ever close the door. Like, she just, one of them old, the older people, they don't say too much, but it's a lot of what they say.
Yeah.
So that struck me. And I wrote him back. I said, yo, well, I feel you, bro. I understand. If you ever need anything else from me, I'm available now. I don't got no battles. No answer, right? So we fast forward to October. I was just chilling in the crib with my girl. Boom, Big Tank. This nigga never called me. I pick up. Be like, yo, DNA, it's Big Tank. I'm like, I know. He like, yo, I'm gonna put you on Raising Kanan, man. I'm like, Raising Kanan, the show? He like, yeah, send me a picture. Like, all right, bet. Boom, send a picture, call back. Yo, just so you know, too, you got a speaking role. Be on point. They about to email you. I'm going ballistic in the crib. Yo, this is what the fuck I was doing these recaps for. It's lit. I'm like, oh my goodness, right? So, boom, they email me. Boom, I do it. So now we got to rehearse. It's a rapping role. I'm a rapper. It's out now. It's season 3. Well, actually, season 4 ain't even come out yet.
Season 5.
Season 3,
episode 5.
Yeah, it's out right now. It's in the last season.
Yes.
And it wound up being lit because that's the season that, you know what I mean, everybody thought Joey Badass got killed.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, that's when Ronnie, you know what I mean, did him in. So, boom, we on set rehearsing. And, this nigga Tank, man, this is why I always tell people, as much as hard as I think I work, this nigga's insane, bro. Like, he's on set rehearsing with me for an episode of Raising Kanan, but on the phone and on his laptop doing meetings for 2 other shows that he's getting placements for simultaneously. This nigga's work ethic is impeccable. So as he's doing that, he's going through drill songs for Force. And while he's going through them, one of my shits play. So you're like, oh, this shit is hard. What the fuck is this? Fuck around, they gonna kill something. He like, yo, who did this? I'm gonna put this in there. So mind you, this is my brother now, but at the time I don't really know him. So I'm like, yo, Tank, hold on. He like, DNA, what's up? I'm in the meeting. I'm like, no, that's my record. He like, that's you? You did the drill shit too? I said, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm putting that shit in there. He like, yo, you do drill songs? I said, bro, I could do anything. After that, placements galore, bro, and everything.
Okay.
And then I bond just off of music and him respecting my work ethic, bro. He gave me some things I can't speak about, but he just gave me so many opportunities, bro. A real one. And then when the episode dropped, like as Power was dropping, like me just, like I said about capitalizing, I'm like, yo, being that I'm in this episode, because I did recaps, but I'll do a recap, then I have to battle. Then I'll have to, you know what I mean, do something else. But mind you, remember I told you that 2023, when my mom passed, I had nothing going on. So I'm like, I got to capitalize now, and this got to be the first time I do a recap for every episode. So the first recap, and this is what I mean about and I always tell my kids this too. Listen, people will tell you everybody, and when you tell somebody how to do something, most people will tell you 5 reasons why they can't do it, instead of telling you how they could do it. And I say all that to say, because I was ecstatic, right? I'm finally in Raising Kanan. They got the premiere. The last time I went to a premiere, shout out to my guy, London. London is Uncle Marvin on Power. That's my guy. He took me to the Ghost premiere. This time around, being that I'm on the show, they invited me to a premiere. The day they invite me to a premiere, my daughter gets admitted in the ER. Can't go. Her heart rate is beating fast, all type of shit. We don't even know what's going on. So I'm like, nigga, there's no way I can leave right now. I gotta be here for my daughter. It's a bittersweet moment, but my daughter comes first. So I don't go. We get out the hospital the next morning. I watch the episode because I'm like, yo, I still gotta be on point because I gotta build up to my episode dropping. So literally, I'm telling this story because this is motivation. You could do whatever. I get out the hospital. I'm with my daughter. I got my daughter downstairs with me while I'm watching the episode. Just to make sure she's good. Watching the episode, watch it. Boom, I write the recap with her. I tell her mom, stay with her, make sure she's good. We back home though. Go do the recap in my basement. Boom, edit it, put it out the same day the episode drops. So the whole time that I'm on the show, you know, Sasha Penn, I'm not an extra, but you know, I'm just a rapper that's on the show. So, you know, it's okay, DNA, we put him on the show. That's the person that created the show. But now, this is why I say the power of continuing not to stop. I already got on the show. I'm already good with Tank, so I could just chill. But to me, it's always sky's the limit. I do the recap, tag him in it. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, I thought this guy, he's like, somebody told me this guy was supposed to be at the recap yesterday. When the fuck did he have a chance to watch the episode and recap it already? It just happened. So Tank like, nah, DNA's a machine. He watched it at midnight. So now Sasha Penn is posting all my recaps through the whole last season of Power. So that's just added on to me being on the episode. So now everybody that's watching is like, yo, Sasha Penn is posting you. The music supervisor, Tank, is rocking with you. Yo, they need to put you on Power. And then boom, episode 5 drop, I'm on Power.
Crazy.
But that's why I just tell people about momentum.
Yes.
And with all that happening with my daughter, it's easy to be like, yo, I can't do it. But I just knew the moment. That's why listen, when you got the moment, this is for anybody, because everybody's going to get the moment. It's about capturing it. Everybody, you going look what I was dealing with in that situation. It's easy not to capture the moment. You got to capture the moment when you get it, because you might not get it again.
Right. That's a fact, man. On the last episode, you gave a message to your younger self. But this time, I would just like you to give a message to the youth.
The message to the youth is, man, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay consistent with whatever it is that you do. You know what I mean? And we're not going to go into what you do. Hopefully it's positive. But whatever it is that you do, stay disciplined, stay consistent, and nothing is out of reach. I feel like people use social media for the wrong reasons. They use it for drama. They use it for exposing. But they don't really look at the tool that's handed to them, which is nothing is out of reach. You feel me? Like rappers, and I'm giving them this because this is the motivation they need to hear. Rappers coming under my post, God willing, it's a blessing. For me, it's a regular thing. You know what I mean? I'm from New York City. I'm a battle rapper. I wind up being one of the most popular. You know, I get a lot of rappers that comment under my post, fire, like my favorites. Niggas I looked up to comment under my shit. But what I mean is not out of reach. On that last freestyle I did, Michael B. Jordan comment under it. So that's what I mean about, like, nothing is out of reach. Use it the right way. That's like you feel me? Like my moms used to watch him and on All My Children when he was a little kid. You know what I mean? So it's like when you are locked in and you use the social media tool for the right way, you'll be surprised who really will tap into what you're doing. Because I see a lot of kids now, the girls, they shaking their ass, they showing off their body, you know, they doing the OnlyFans, and the niggas, they, you know, they toting them things, they, you know, doing the bullshit, but find something positive to do. And what I'm saying is have fun. People, you know what the illest shit that I'll say to the youth, and that's just people not really articulating and explaining it. When they hear consistency and discipline, the shit sound like school. It sound boring. But those are 2 tools that you need with anything. No matter what you do, even if it's something negative, you're not going to succeed in it if you're not constant consistent or disciplined. The gym, you got to be consistent and disciplined. Even if you sit in there, right? And I don't think you should do it, but if you putting up eye candy for the lady, you have to be consistent and disciplined. You have to keep doing. So that's the jewel to it. Whatever it is that you do, be consistent and be disciplined. Whatever results you want to see, you're not going to see it by sometime doing it, half-ass doing it, and really, do what you love to do. Don't feel like it's corny. Don't feel like it's lame, because that's a lot of things that happen in the hood. Like, yo, I'm about to do this. Niggas going to think I'm corny. Niggas going to think I'm lame. So I'm about to do some dumb shit that's going to give me 25 to life.
Right.
Like, nah. You go on the internet and Google, there's a lane for everything right now.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that you want to do, it's at least 30,000 or more people doing it to where you could feel like that shit is cool in that world. And it's a world for everything. So that's my message for the youth. Whatever it is that y'all want to do right now in 2025, it's a lane, it's a world for it, and you will be accepting in it. So do that before you go do some dumb shit and throw your life away.
Fuck, man. So, man, Happy New Year. I'm wishing you the best on everything.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. Any shout outs, websites, anything we need to look out for?
Yo, just look out for constant work, man. Freestyle is out right now. Look out for that. Look out for me to just keep dropping more music. Look out for me and Goods podcast. We got the I Disagree podcast. Tap into that. Tap into my wrestling podcast for my wrestling heads that fuck with wrestling. Attitude Era podcast. You know what I mean? Keep watching Power. Keep watching BMF. You know what I mean? It's two things that's gonna happen when you watching it. You're gonna hear me or you're gonna see me. Shout out to my guy Big Tank. Shout out to my brother Rich. Shout out to my brother Rain. Shout out to Goods. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my daughter, Anais. So yeah, that's all.
That's beautiful, man. Listen, Happy New Year. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and stay tapped in. We out.
Good night.
That was fucking fire.
Yeah, that shit is lit.
It happens, bro.
Yeah, yes, sir. You already know.
Rich, what I told you. It's not for everybody, bro. Not for everybody, bro.
It's for me, though.
Right. That's a fact.
Facts.
That shit's real. Great show, man.
Thank you.
Great episode. That shit just flows.
That's the way you start a fucking year, bro. That was fucking heat.
Yeah. Rob, you can take a picture of me, bro?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
One more.
I'm gonna take another one, okay?
Yeah, that's all right.